Say the goose down bad. Goose down, goose down. Down, say it down. Say the goose down bad. So low, so low. Say the goose down bad. That was plugs. Hey, Bubblegoose and Juice. It's Little Fappy X. Hey, Carl. Let's see. Normally, your vocab is quite butter. But the lies that you tell, oh, they cause such a clutter. NFTs that you sold. Web3 that you sold. Did you think it would work? Did you think it would? Equity for the cats. They are the brightest in the hood. Goose down. Said a goose down bad. Fell off. Fell off. Fell off. Fell off. Ain't wrong, Magruder tutor. Fell off. Ain't wrong, Magruder tutor. Splish splash, booty water to a shooter. 5'9" to a vaccinator your DNA. Dynamite got canceled by the CIA. Late night man, the boy said they missing, yeah. Bust nuts on strange fruit, boy. I'm a squirrel. Blockchain around your neck, I'ma run that. Unfungible receipts, boy, we got that. Coffee's in the club and he bite back. Integrity on the line, I'ma kiss that. Hey, Carl, hey, alright, the worst part is you're so irrelevant. I have to explain to the audience who I'm dissing here. This is Carl, the Bubblegoose Boys, Bubblegoose and Juice. It's about a magical goose box and a juice box that go on adventures. This was created by Carl, the Neil Brennan, the co-creator of the Boondocks. And, after that he had Black Dynamite. He worked on Tracy Morgan's show. I think it was called Pokemon Go or some shit. I don't know what the fuck that shit was called. But Carl, he's out there, he's got new companies, and it's the new strange fruit, but it's like gum boogers. Some kind of like, it's almost strange fruit, but it's a gum fruit or some other shit. Anyway, Carl, aka the Bubblegoose, the Bubblegoose Boys. Hey Duck, hey Mallard, I'm speaking to you. This is Little Fappy X, and the Bubblegoose Boys is something that Carl has no book his whole goddamn life. It's precious fucking notebook, and he decided to take his heart and soul. Adult Swim rejected it, but he said he's gonna take it to these NFT streets. He tried to move on the NFT front, and it just seems like whenever he talks about it, it causes such a clutter. Now, as your project, the thing is that Little Fappy X has more views than you. Little Fappy X is bigger than the Bubblegoose Boys. So out of the charity of my heart, I decided to set it off and help you stack your racks up. By the way, it's been 11 months since this first and only post. 11 months? Is that equity for the shareholders? 11 months? Where's your content at? You know what? I wasn't done talking shit to the Bubblegoose Boys. Let's go ahead and we'll bring the big back. Down, say down. Say the goose down bad. So low. Hey, Carl, man. Listen, man. If you're gonna do this, and I'm not talking about the industry. I'm just talking about if you're gonna do this. If you're about this, then say it with your paintbrush. You know what I'm saying? I just rolled up on it. I just gave you an excuse to create content for the shareholders that created the seed money for your company. Macaroni boogers, whatever that shit was called. So if you feel some kind of way, go ahead and feel free to pull up on me. I'm punching down right now. I'm punching down on the co-creator of the Boondocks, Bubblegoose and Juice. Their whole song is about their fucking crypto scheme. Don't make me write the next song. Don't have me writing all night, Carl. Carl, you feel some kind of way, I want you to pull up. I want you to pull up on Little Fappy X, Bubblegoose and Juice. Get your guns out. Get your juice box out. Alright? Blood spilling in the streets. Alright? Say it with your paintbrush. You hear me, Carl? Say it with your paintbrush. Philip Way, Little Fappy X. Fat. Tapping off to you.
You just broke my brain. I don't even know how to process that. Try going until you can't pay your rent. Those kind of things help to confirm what we already know, which is they don't really, like Michael Jackson, they don't really care about us. So the good thing about it is I believe that if they push people far enough, we're going to find another way. And if we find another way, it's game over. And that's the thing I don't think they realize. We're resilient. People are resilient and we're innovative, And when we get pushed in the corner, especially black people, we get pushed in the corner, we're gonna figure something out, I mean, if you think about it, the most creative people, I was the most creative when I was broke. You know what I'm saying? When you get creative because you got to figure out a way to stretch bills, you got to figure out a way to eat. You know what I'm saying? And I've been there. You know what I mean? So I say that because that's when your real ingenuity and your real problem solving comes out when you push them back into a corner. And I think that's what they're gonna end up doing. The other thing is, Hollywood spent a bunch of money that they probably shouldn't have, the streaming platforms, because they was all trying to compete with each other and make as much content as possible so they can get the most subscribers. Well, in doing that, They overspent, right? And this is it's a nice little write-off, right? But unfortunately, you know, there's only so long that they're gonna, because eventually it's all gonna hit the fan. Like people ain't gonna, you know, I mean, how many times, you know, I mean, after a while, you know, we're gonna want to see new content, and so that not only they're going to lose viewers, but writers and producers are going to find new ways to distribute content, and it's just going to change the whole face of the industry, which I'm actually hoping for to some degree. And I know it sounds weird. Like I do want people to be paid, you know, per stream, like they should, because they should. But what I would like even more than that is a facelift of this entire industry, so that we can actually do something that's more equitable for everybody, you know.
Along those lines, I'm wondering what you could think that'll look like.
I think the evolution of, I think it's Web3. The answer is in Web3 and NFTs. And the reason why I say that is because the blockchain technology is already set up to equally distribute the wealth, right, and ownership, right? Not just to the people who contributed to making it, but also the viewers, because this is the other part that I think people aren't really necessarily factoring in. You know, the fans, I tell people all the time, like the Boondocks would not have been what it was if it wasn't for the community of fans that we built around it, right? So in Web3 and NFTs, the people that helped create that kind of, you know, cultural phenomenon that it became also have stake in it. They have equity in it. So in other words, when you're a subscriber to a streamer, right, each subscription would be attached to an NFT that actually gives you equity and real monetary value in the success of the platform itself, which it should. Because right now, if you think about social media, right, we're on social media probably 10, 12 hours a day, right? We're giving time, our eyeballs, our energy, our creativity, our pictures, our content, and we don't own any of it. It's digital colonialism, right? Where they're basically extracting everything that we create. We create the culture. They look at the numbers, the metrics, and all the analytics of that culture, and then they feed it back to us, right? Or they sell it back to us. Or they feed it to corporations. The corporations buy it, and they find more sophisticated ways to sell shit to us. So I say that to say the solution to all of it, honestly, is...
That's right. Okay, so you came out with the Bubblegoose Ballerz NFT. And was this around the time where everyone was losing their mind over NFTs?
We actually launched Bubblegoose Ballerz right at the beginning of the bear market, which was the worst time. Okay. Well, at least that was one of the worst times in NFT history. And you know, there were some people that were thinking it was probably not a good move to launch it during that time because a lot of projects were failing. But we minted, right? Or we sold out 10,000 NFTs in less than an hour, right? And
well, how much were each NFT at that point?
At the time, there were 7 sold, which would be at the equivalent of, at the time, I think it was like maybe $230, something like that.
So $230 each.
Yeah.
So you sold out 10,000 of them.
10,000. In total sales volume, including secondary market, we're somewhere around 4.8 million in total sales volume. But
right, on that first day, you made 2.3 million.
Something like that.
Okay. How did that feel to put out? You know, was that the biggest payday you ever got for anything?
I don't necessarily look at it as a payday because it's a launch pad for a company. You know what I'm saying? So it's capital, it's seed money. So, but it's miraculous, you know, especially during the time that we did it. But also, to me, this is revolutionary because it creates an opportunity for creatives and founders and IP creators, writers, producers, anyone that creates content, right? To create digital property and actually build a community around that property where the community can also benefit by being stakeholders. And that is the beauty of it all. So the community that we built.
Who is Lil Fappy? I don't think I want to know that.
Guys, I know you thought the video was over. I swear, almost done. I was talking about, I gotta explain the verses because he's so irrelevant. When I said Dynamite got canceled by the CIA, after the Boondocks, he had like Dynamite. That's part of why him and Aaron McGruder broke up. He's like the Dante Nero. Aaron McGruder's Patrice O'Neal. Except Aaron seems like a weirdo. Like, I like Carl more. like, hey Carl, I want to work with you. This is the beginning of a crossover. Do something. Get busy. He went on CNN. He was talking about police brutality. Now, someone told me that CNN was started by the CIA. I don't know if that's real, if that's World Star. I get all my truth from Twitter. But Dynamite got canceled by the CIA. Alright guys, this is like a 15-minute diss track. Hey Carl, get to work. Seth, now give me a 1-minute response, and then I'm gonna start the crossover, and then we're gonna do 7-minute episodes. Alright? Hey, fight me.